This is called Letter. Enjoy. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate a life that couldn't find the reason to keep going. Despite all that life meant to everyone else, this life was already ready to give up. This life didn't want to live anymore, and then there was a turning point. About a year and 6 months ago, they fell into a situation that they probably shouldn't have even started. But this situation brought so much joy and happiness that they couldn't walk away. When it became too dangerous to love this person in the situation they were in, even with trying to walk away, she was consistently brought back in to it because the other couldn't let go of either her or her love. But eventually the other figured a way to block all emotion that was coming her way, and that broke this life that lays before us today. This life believed in living past this disappointment, believed in really reaching for the goal. This life let go because this life lost itself in yet another person who was never gonna stay. This life was tired of feeling like a phase to those who was everything to it. This life couldn't take that another person who begged for its trust decided to just drop it in the dust and say fuck it, to go on to live a life they said they never wanted in the first place. This life couldn't handle that it couldn't trust itself anymore. When all this life wanted was to love someone who loved them just as much as they did, this life was tired of being played. This last one really went for the long game, going to the extent of using other ways just to keep a connection they didn't really want to fight for. This life was tired of feeling insignificant, tired of feeling like they don't matter, like there's no place for them, given a heart that was stolen from them and wasn't giving back the heart that they gave away. They were tired of living like they weren't worth the truth from anyone. It was too easy for others to let go of her, so she decided she would let go first. And everyone can mourn the loss that they'll get over faster than the blink of an eye. This life was said to have loved so unconditionally that is what ruined her. Everyone else took so much advantage of the love she had to give, she had none left to herself for her true love if she had one in the first place. This life wanted to say goodbye to the ones that really mattered, but even then those who mattered didn't want her around, so she died to it all. The pain, the depression, the rejection and loneliness, and the lack of sympathy she had for herself for giving another person a chance at her heart and let them into her mental. She fed her hope on their words. She told herself this is different. This is meant to be despite the current picture. As she filled herself with lies, the rest of her hope was fueled by her lover's words. What destroyed her the most is that every point in turn where her gut screamed she was being screwed over, she reached out to her lover who comforted her gut feelings. Up until August, the plan never changed and she was still in love with her. Then she was caught watching videos she asked for, and now it all had to be ended apparently, even though it really wasn't an ending. Watching the hypocrisy and feeling like she was fed nothing but lies this whole time, she couldn't stay strong for the others she had been inspiring in life during this ugly transformation of coming to terms with being taken advantage of again by someone she loved. She had all these pictures and journals, gifts she had no idea what to do with. She made moves because of this lover to be abandoned in a life that had no direction without her. But those feelings didn't matter, which is why we're here today to say goodbye and celebrate the life that was lived. At 31 with no children, she leaves behind a niece who she loved more than her niece will ever get to feel. A brother who she loved dearly, two parents. Her mother and father, both who did everything in their power to make sure she was taken care of in all aspects of her life that they had any control over. Her nana, who always showed her love, and a plethora of cousins and uncles and aunts who she cared about with her full heart. To those who she had an effect on their lives, she apologizes for not being able to continue to be that example for them. Again, she is sorry that she couldn't continue living. To that lover who abandoned her, she says, hopefully, if she makes it to heaven because of what she did, she'll find forgiveness for you for not being told the truth, and that even to her last breath, you were everything. Everything. I'm sorry for how you found me. I hope it's not too terrible. I'm trying to fight this feeling, but in case I succumb to it, call this my suicide letter. Babylon. Thanks for listening. If you do have suicidal thoughts, down below or in the description is the number to the suicide hotline. It does get better. You know, don't do nothing that you'll regret and others will miss about you. I made this because those feelings are real, but I know I can be stronger than that. So hopefully someone out there who is thinking about this find a way to be stronger. It doesn't have to end that way. Keep going.